What up, y'all? I didn't play the theme song. Welcome to the Album Concept Tower.
We are the Album Concept Tower.
We are back from our listen through. If you follow us on the YouTube, you know we do the listen through live every week. And also on the Patreon, patreon.com/FlyoverStatePark. My name is Brad LeBaron. I am here, as always, with John Aker. What's going on, John?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. How you guys doing?
How you doing, Dave?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. We're going to be listening to our third Kinks album in a short amount of time. There was like one thing in between, but we are. This is the end of our trilogy for now for the Kinks. They have plenty of other concept albums.
Kinks 3, even more Kinks.
Yes, we might do another trilogy because I think they have enough for another trilogy of albums, but. This time we just want to kind of get through their first kind of foray into the concept album, and we'll see if those critics and those mean books are right about their music getting worse after this. I don't believe it. I don't think I can believe it after listening to this album. But yeah, before we get on to all of that though. It's the Kinks Lola versus Powerman and the Moneygoround Part 1, in case you were wondering. But
third in a series of the Kinks album.
Yes. Before we get into that though, let's go around and find out what everyone has been jamming on.
Yeah.
For me, I finally dipped my toe into the I can't remember the full fucking name. The French duo Engine
Dupartine or
Dupartine. Something that's real
the
French.
microtonals.
I apologize, but they're really great. They do use microtones in some of their tracks. They're fantastic, and they have if you're a music fan, you probably know what we're talking about. Like the imagery is very internet friendly. They've been in memes and stuff because they have the black and white, crazy outfits. Another French duo in outfits. They rock. For as far as the Music League stuff, there is this round was interesting because it was Envy, but I think one of the people in the Music League thought it was Pride.
Yep.
Is that literally what happened?
Yeah.
Oh my God. And they submitted Pride and Joy by Stevie Ray Vaughan, which is great Pride submission.
Yeah.
Do you think they're going to submit that again for Pride?
Yeah, I hope so.
I hope they do too.
That just pick their Envy picking.
Yeah.
This will really spice it up.
That's true. Maybe, but they'll have to put that in the explanation. Who is that again?
Is it Arnie? Something Martin.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, one of Moses' friends.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if any of the other music leaguers are listening, but that's what me and Dave want to happen. We want you to put your Envy pick into the Pride. I will give you points. If you're listening out there, I will give you points if you put your Envy pick into the Pride submission. All right. Level out the scales, I'll throw it then to you, Dave. Any thoughts about the Music League or anything you've been listening to?
Man, I think I've just been going in weird directions, just trying to find odd choices for these rounds, which are the 7.
These are very
sins.
interesting. Yeah, this is every round. It's like, what's the best representation?
And I really try not to pick something that would be obvious, not because it's a great pick and usually you're gonna nail 30, 40 points if you get a real. I'm I want to find something that's just weird.
Yeah.
And I really try to pick tracks that maybe I would say the 13 or whatever people are in it 3 might have heard.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's a good way to also just find new music too. So I'm just trying to just find weird ass tracks.
It always opens your brain to try and outdo yourself.
Yeah.
With what you're doing, you're trying to be a little dedicated to this, and
that's an obvious pick. That's a good pick. But what else could I do? And what else should I pick?
I will say this Music League is definitely they are about the prompts. They are about the accuracy of the prompts, and I appreciate that because the other Music League, sometimes someone wildly misses the prompt and they get some heat for it, and they're like, "What? It's just a Music League or whatever." It's okay, I'm sorry, we're We didn't mean to be mean. But
Slow
like,
it down.
but yeah. Every now and again, it's I like I like that we're in this musically we care about that.
Yeah.
So yeah, loving the Deadly Sins musically. Very excited for the last 3 rounds or whatever.
Yes.
That's gonna be interesting. Was it God, the Devil, and
Satan, God, man.
Satan, God, Man? Okay. Yeah. I think I know what I'm doing for man, but we'll get there. But what about you, John? What you been jamming on?
I actually been listening to Casey Musgraves a little
Okay.
bit lately, especially a different trailer. Same park.
Okay.
different trailer.
I feel like I recognize that name, but I don't know.
Yeah, she's a country artist.
Okay.
I think I have her on the list actually. If I don't,
Okay.
I should.
Yeah.
Yeah. Steph heard one of her newer songs, and she liked her. She was
Nice.
and so I always capitalize on that because I've liked her.
Yeah.
I've always liked her since she released. She's always been very open minded, even in her music.
Yeah.
So it's always key with me. So
Hell yeah. Yeah. It's always good when you and the partner can find something that you both vibe with.
Yeah. It was a real crazy thing too. Like I wasn't even expecting it.
Yeah. There's a lot of talent out there. There's a lot of good stuff out there. There's just the problem is that there's just a lot, and it's just
everything's
there's only so much room in the
So much time
in the media landscape.
So much shit you can actually listen to in a day.
Yeah. Well, for this album we're covering today, Lola and the versus Lola versus Powerman and the Moneygoround, Part 1.
Is there a part 2?
There is not a part 2. I mean, I don't know how many members are still alive. There's, never say never. I always should research whether any members are dead. I never do. But
you just quick add that in.
Yeah. Future Brad knows.
Future Brad knows.
Future Brad has all of the terrible details that we have to contend with. Oh, the contender! I set myself up.
No.
So the first track is called "The Contenders." I'm not gonna play the track yet, but we the kind of okay. So last time on the album concept hour. Last time they were for the Kinks, they had the Arthur, the rise or the decline and fall of the British Empire, which got some medium success on the radio in America, and kind of brought back it kind of got them back in the good graces of critics and stuff too. So like they were pretty much set for this album to kind of at least make a splash. You know what I mean? And so the album itself is about the journey, the rise and fall of a band, or not the rise and fall necessarily. It's just the rise, and then like they just kind of exit. But it's a really, really cool,
it's very autobiographical ish.
Yeah, it's definitely. They've had enough of a music career to know what they're talking about. You know what I mean?
I also love the artwork because it reminds me of I can't remember the album name, but Incubus is just like that guy's head.
Okay,
just like it's floating on like the scenic scape or whatever.
Yeah, it's like a mandala or kind of the background of that one naked man Leonardo picture,
like the weird test pattern for like the TV type.
Yeah. It is. It's really interesting. It's like it feels like pretty minimalist from some of the previous albums in a way, but also like thought provoking.
Well, is that guy the Powerman?
I mean, I guess one of them might be. I'm not sure.
Sometimes you just got to enjoy the trip down the spiral, guys.
But yeah, by the way, for the sake of the conversation, we're just going to call the band in this album the Contenders. They don't like specify that the band's called the Contenders, but like, it makes it easy to talk about. But here is the first track that sets it up, the Contenders. There it comes from it's about their like humble beginnings.
1, 2, 3.
There you go. Oh yeah, I wanted to highlight 2 different sections of that.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck
sorry.
just happened?
I didn't set that up at all. I forgot to make a note about it. But
I kind of picked up on it halfway through the second half.
Yeah, like I was talking about how good the bridges are and the listen through. Sometimes they just jump right in. But yeah, I wanted to show because like that I could do this in every song probably. Find like 2 sections that are like so different,
completely
but
different,
like
And
meld.
basically just doing your own
still
mashup.
part of the same
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. Well, they're like so good at like these different sounding sections. But yeah, the first little bit is like very, kind of bluegrassy, like he's just at home, kind of singing to his mom, his kind of thoughts and passions, like what he wants to do in this band that he wants to create. And
I want to
stuff.
dance.
He says he doesn't want to be a constructor of highways, of sweeper of sidewalks. He's got
I
to
ain't
do it
gonna
his
walk
way.
down with the paint cans.
I'm not gonna do it.
I ain't gonna do it.
I ain't gonna do it. I'm my own man. And then the third verse here, we're not the greatest when we're separated, but when we're together, I think we're gonna make it. So that's talking about how like their band is, separately they're like okay musicians or whatever, but together they're like really, really a thing.
They form like Voltron.
Yeah. Form like Voltron. Exactly. Was that RZA?
He's the head.
Yeah.
It's never about the individual Zords. It's always about the Megazord.
Yeah, man. Yeah, when they all get together. But yeah, and also he says he doesn't want to be a fascist dictator. You know what I mean? I like that.
Yeah.
I like that I like that he actually like says, terms. I'm not using words right. I like the way he writes.
Yeah.
He's a really, really good songwriter, and I think he's definitely on par with any of the Beatles, frankly.
I swear, we were talking about this during the listen through. Like,
Yeah.
I think if you talk to the average British type person between the ages of like 80 and like, 10,
Yeah.
that you could find a legitimate argument for both the Kinks and the Beatles. Like, there are people that would say, fuck the Beatles. They were just listening to the Kinks.
Yeah. Yeah.
The whole time.
And
or some shit like that,
Yeah. And we'll get to it, but I do have an
just
artist.
as good,
I do have an artist I want to talk about later that very much I think their career mirrors what the Kinks' career kind of was, especially at this point.
You probably find nowadays more critics that are, I would guess, probably be on the Kinks side. Only
Yeah. History has been very kind to the Kinks.
Yeah. Well, so also because the Beatles have been so. A lot of people
immortalized.
A lot of people say
over.
God.
Yes,
they're gods.
just,
amongst
however
music.
much you love them, they are overrated by definition.
Yes,
like even if you think that they're amazing, overrated just means that they're talked about a lot.
There are people that believe in the Beatles the same way that they believe in God.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
There's
it's
4 of
definitely
them.
There's exactly the holy quadrinity.
Correct.
Yeah. Or quadrology if you're the Alien franchise.
John, Paul, George, and Ringo.
John, Paul, George, and Ringo do that. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Pray to the music gods.
But yeah, so we got the Contenders though. They wanna make some music. However, I will say so very early on in this concept album, we have a track that doesn't necessarily connect to the concept, but I would argue since it's about someone that passed away that was going to potentially be in the Kinks, but was not able to because they kind of faded away due to drugs and then passed away.
Yeah.
So
Happened
I think
a lot in the 60s.
Like I think that like they want to probably throw this track on early in the album to kind of get it out of the way in a sense, because like besides that it wouldn't connect to the rest of the concept, and only really makes sense I think at the beginning of this band's journey where they're kind of like dwelling on what could have been already. You know what I mean?
It was the Contenders that could have made like a tribute song to a friend or something.
Yeah. I do think this is maybe one of the B-sides, But here's Strangers. It's one of the 2 tracks written by Dave Davies in this album. God damn. That song makes me feel feelings. I love that line too. Strangers on this road we are on. We are not two. We are one. It's like a very like, kind of maybe hippie sentimentality, but like this idea that we are all one, I love.
We're all meet again in the long road to the middle.
Yes, exactly. It's like this is like such a perfect kind of grief song because it captures the sadness and the celebration at the same time,
The never-ending cycle.
Yeah. It's and you can really feel his like emotion, and that's, I'm always a sucker for when you can
hear heartbreak.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I love that heartbreak. Give me that heartbreak. I'm like,
it's just,
dude, straight
that's
up.
what it adds, though.
No, like straight up.
That's
when I
what it
heard,
adds to the music.
no, Dave, I'm a horrible person. When I heard Connor Oberst was divorced, I got a little excited.
Waiting for like a triple album.
I got a little excited. I was like, oh shit, his heart is broken right now. He's gonna make some good music.
Well,
and it's like, I am the worst fan in that moment. I was like, I am the worst. But like, it's one of those things though. It's just like, it's just a kind of fact of
I'm sure there's
music,
someone else sitting in a very dark room just reading that going, yes.
Share with me a heartbreak.
I mean, how many albums have we done? How many albums can we even talk about between us that like are just about that same? That's what good art is.
Yeah. Like there's definitely more art, especially more music.
You can do it happy too.
There's more. Well, I was gonna say there's probably more sad music than there is happy music. Overall.
Always.
I think
There's
other
always
art
more
forms,
sad.
Maybe, I don't know. There's a difference.
If just
We're
based on
humans.
relationships, there's going to be usually one that long lasting, right? But there's going to be a ton that are struggles and failures and
that's the fun stuff.
There's a lot of more stories about heartbreak than there are like
there's stuff to deal with and to process
because everyone's been there.
Yeah.
Everyone can relate.
That keeps us going, guys.
You can't be get to a certain age without having a few losses.
Makes the wins much better.
Yes, definitely.
Much more satisfying.
Yeah. But yeah, I love that track. One of my favorite tracks on the album for sure. And then we get to Denmark Street, where he gets into some of the weeds about the kind of music industry in Tottenham Court Road, and Old Soho. Here's some of that.
Go to a publisher and play him your song. He says, I hate your music and your hair is too long. But I'll sign you up because I'd hate to be wrong. You got a tune that's in your head, you want to get it placed. So you take it down to a music man just to see what he will say. He says, I hate the tune, I hate the words, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll sign you up.
We've been watching too many too many westerns.
I love that. Like it's like they're dancing for their corporate people or whatever.
Puppets.
Yeah, puppets. Yeah, it's like a puppet
Was that
show.
the NSYNC thing, or is that Backstreet Boys that had the puppets?
I think it
was in sync.
Okay.
Yeah. It's got to be in sync.
No strings attached.
Yeah, exactly.
That was the name of the album. Then they were like this. Yeah. Little puppets.
Little puppet guys. But yeah, this is such a good like tongue-in-cheek song about the music industry and like their cynicism that they've like developed from it. Because like, remember, this is the band that had You Really Got Me and You Really Got Me Now. And then what was the other one?
What was the other one we were talking about earlier? That I thought was a Beatles song.
Oh right.
Can't
remember. But they had they were one of the first of the British invasion, and then like were kicked out of America for a little while, and then so they've been around the bend.
They're the bad boys of rock.
They've been through the whole process where they think that they're gonna they have a #1 single. They think they're gonna rock into the stratosphere, and then America's like, no, you're a little too edgy. We don't like this distortion you guys are using on your guitars.
Oh,
frankly,
Sunny Afternoon.
Sunny Afternoon. Yes, that was another one of their singles that
was very interchangeable sound with Beatles.
Yes.
Sorry.
Because they're contemporaries, of course. But But yeah, like it's it basically says like, you know, I hate your music and your hair is long, but I'll sign you up because I'd hate to be wrong. That like fucking cynicism of like people that like, you know, are probably a lot of you know, people that wanted to be artists but couldn't make it on their own, so they just kind of became part of the industry.
Another cog in the machine.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
now they're like
what's
mad about it.
What's crazy is that we're talking about this type of standard where the music industry is hiring bands with long hair or whatever just because they look like the Beatles or something like that. But then you get to like 90 and you're hiring bands with similar sounds and then forcing them to wear like flannel so they look.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean?
It's
just like a real like
reversal kind of
role reversal. Like.
Yeah. Where they're like, oh, instead we're going to lean into the counterculture styles,
man,
to sell money or
And
to sell stuff.
Well, this is kind of when that really like the 50s, 60s era. Like,
and
started.
that was happening
And
then
that's
too.
what kind of-
Yeah, there was definitely some bands that like dressed more hippie, like to like, you know, get some attention, at least, you know, fit in,
stand out.
Yeah, there had to be a couple of groups that did that, you know.
Man, that publisher would hate Gigi Allen.
Lola versus Gigi Allen and the Moneygoround. I don't want to hear that. I don't want Gigi Allen anywhere near Lola, frankly.
Get back in line.
It smells like shit and piss.
So here, this track here is Get Back in Line, and it is kind of a song about being like unemployed and trying to create stuff. You know, it's kind of the age-old struggle of trying to be a creative of any kind, is that you do have to have a job for a long time, and even when you have a few singles, sometimes you're still working.
It has to be your other part-time job.
Yeah.
Like you have to have a full-time,
Before you can
part-time,
take
to
off.
full-time
Yeah.
job.
Exactly.
Something to keep you housed.
Something to pay for your guitars.
Correct.
You know?
Absolutely.
But yeah, here's Get Back in Line.
Cause that union man got such a hold over me. He's a man who decides if I live or I die, if I starve or I eat.
Hell yeah. Again, I love the way they make choruses. But yeah, Union Man. Usually I am like pro Union Man, but this sounds like kind of a dictatorial kind of Union Man that like, you know, he's the man who decides if he lives, dies, starves, or eats, you know? And it's this kind of, you know, I mean, it's not like I got like a big operation going here, but often I am kind of facing this struggle here where it's like, how do I make enough money at my day job to keep doing the hobby that I want to keep doing, you know?
Yep.
Like I finally have like a 40-hour week, you know, thing right now that's working pretty good, but like it was touch and go there for a few years after the pandemic, you know?
Yeah.
And it's this whole thing where like every day you're like, oh, should I stop doing this? You know, like, is it even worth the effort? You know? Cause yeah, standing in that line is very, what's the word? Not debilitating, but demeaning sometimes.
I was gonna say, you don't want to call it humiliating.
Yeah. Sometimes it can be demeaning if it's not, if you're not treated with like dignity or whatever,
respect.
you know? And
Happens to everybody though, guys.
yeah, I'm glad that he's drawing attention to it, you know, because it's a very nuanced like thing that, you know,
what most bands deal with, right?
Yeah,
There's
definitely.
not many that
Yeah,
at
absolutely.
that peak where all they do is relax, music, write.
Mhm.
I would say majority of bands, everyone's got like another gig that they're doing just to like get enough
Just
money,
to keep food on the table,
make a new album,
yeah,
get enough time to save up money, do a little break, do a couple little tours.
Yeah, keep as much, keep the momentum going as much as you can, because once that momentum stops, it's hard to get going again. But yeah, it's tough. It is like, one of the hardest parts about making anything
regarding art.
Yeah. There's very few places in the world where they give out grants to people that are just making stuff.
Yes.
It does happen some places, believe it or not.
Usually in Europe,
where they fund the arts. And hey, you want an example of why that works? Look at K-pop. That is a state-sponsored music industry. Yeah.
I did not know that was
it's called it's what you call like soft power in like political terms. It's like exporting your culture. It's like what we did in the world. We did hard and soft power, but like, our culture got spread throughout the world, and they're doing the same thing. Like they're not invading or any, they're not taking over anything, but like they're having a splash on the cultural.
Because I was gonna say thing. Too, like I remember like the best example of that is like after World War II, we had like military stations in almost every country across the world because of that, to like help with reconstruction.
So yeah, that's why I say it was like
spilled our culture onto the streets.
Well, that's why I say it like when we did it, it was like hard power because we were also doing our colonizing thing on the ruse of that,
Absolutely. Just getting more American influence.
But yeah, South Korea though is straight up just soft power because they're an example of our hard power.
Right.
Anyway,
correct.
I'm getting in the weeds about this.
That's
this
crazy.
Is this is about.
I didn't think about. Anyways, go ahead. Sorry.
It's an
either soft or hard.
Yeah. Wait, that's an album, right?
I mean, listen though. This is almost a product of that kind of hard power because they were listening to the music spilling on the streets in the 50s.
Exactly.
Sorry,
it's all connected. But now we got one of the best rock songs ever made, probably. Here we go.
It's time.
Oh, hold on. That's
whoa.
That's not what I was.
No, that's the one.
Sorry, guys. I wasn't. One second, guys.
That's the Kinks, right? Hey, who's this?
I don't recognize this.
I can't believe some made a joke song about the Yoda song.
Yeah, I know. It's such an it must have been such an inspirational track, Yeah. It must be like similar to the Dagobah situation, but like it's a girl at a bar, instead of like an alien in a swamp.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Interesting take. Interesting
Really
take.
interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, so this is the part of the album that I really love. We were talking about it on the listening through and stuff. It's the kind of mind-blowing Incepty aspect of this album, and it's the fact that this song, Lola, is a song by the band, the Contenders, within the album. So like
Inception.
When I was first planning for this,
Inception.
When I was first planning this, I was like, okay, I know Lola. I was like, okay, how does this connect to all the other stuff? I was like wondering how the character of Lola is going to be like connected to all the different tracks.
You should really have like a red string and pin thing in your wall as you're trying to figure out.
Like straight up. And like when I finally realized like, oh, this is the single. It doesn't have to have a connection thematically because it's the single, and if it had a connection thematically, it wouldn't make sense as a single, And like I was like, oh, this is one of the best examples of this. There's a lot of bands that we've covered that do a song that's by the band within the album, but this is only one of, I will say, two actually, John. We did think of another one when you were out of the room. Examples where like the single of the fictional band also became like a single and a cultural touchstone. The other one is Daft Punk, One More Time.
Oh,
remember that was also a band with the fictional band within the story of that,
right?
And it was their single. So,
I've covered both of those.
But I would say, yeah, Lola though is just such a it's first of all just a perfect single, perfect like pop rock song. He's using steel guitar, and they have the addition of the keyboardist this time around, who really, like, John Gosling is his name, and I think that he really kind of fucking puts the last piece into the Kinks puzzle. And you know, as far as like the lyrics go, like, everyone knows what the song is about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's not too much we can talk about that
Still
hasn't been
pretty
talked
highly
about,
relevant,
but
though.
it's very relevant. It's one of the most ahead of its time rock songs like ever. You know what I mean?
It's done so smoothly.
It's done smooth. It's not.
That
it doesn't
rock,
feel
that rock beat. It just hits.
well, and it's also dealing with, like, you know, what, you know, today is like maybe sensitive subject matter, but at the time it was, you know, just something they wanted to talk about. Like, yeah, I have transgender friends, and this is, you know, because he did know
There's still
transgender people,
guys,
and it was just, you know, part of his life. And but that's, you know, the later section of the song wasn't allowed to be played in Australia, I guess. Like it like they turned it down before it got to the part where she was a man or whatever. They say that she's a man. And
Those Aussies.
yeah, this is it's a very infamously edited song for the radio, because it was that for Australia, and then in the UK and Britain and stuff, they had to change the Coca-Cola part to cherry cola because of, I guess, they didn't want to clash with Coca-Cola. So yeah, this song had a surprising amount of like of meddling from like the powers that be, which is really ironic considering what the album's about, you know?
It is very ironic.
Yeah. But yeah, it also just deals with it so tastefully. It's not like, I don't think it in any way like is like a derogatory towards.
None of it's just shocking. None of it is shocking.
Yeah, that's
within the song. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. It's all very tastefully dealt with.
Yeah.
And it's such a good. It sounds so good.
It sounds so good.
Yeah, it's one of the early great piano guitar, you know, rock songs, and I can't say
I wouldn't
enough
even call
about
it early. I'd call it like
one of the best
era.
One of the best of them.
It's
yeah.
part of the era that was the best of piano mixing with guitar.
Oh, I wrote down in my notes the Beatles if they were good.
You best be careful with that statement. Bro.
No, that's like a meme that goes around. Like every now and again, someone will post like it's like a Limp Bizkit song, and they'll be like the Beatles if they were good. It's just like, what?
Fact.
All right. But yeah, I love the steel guitar. I never realized it was steel guitar until I was watching a video. I was like, oh, that's why it sounds so folky, you know?
Should add some steel drums to really bring it home.
Dude, steel drum, steel guitar. Interesting. I'm gonna have to Google that later.
A metal band.
Yeah. But yeah, so this single that they create, the Contenders, gets attention, and they start to fly into the stratosphere, and then we get to Top of the Pops.
Man, your fake band makes a better song than your real band.
Dude, we'll get to it.
Still that.
I'm about to talk about.
It's meta as fuck.
I'm about to talk about the artist that it reminds me of. So, Top of the Pops. Here's some of that.
What is real?
Your influences in your career so
Shot of a lifetime. Yeah, Top of the Pops, if you don't know, was a British program,
music show.
You know, it played on TV where you would perform your hits at the top of the pops, and it breaks down their, you know,
it's kind of like our
It'd be like Ed Sullivan or the Soul Train or any of those shows that were like music.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, like they were definitely like I think ahead of us when it came to like how good their music shows were.
Oh, they had a lot of good music
Their
shows.
music shows were really good. Like there's still some of the definitive like videos from some of those bands. You know what I mean?
Like was the old Ray Whistle Test.
Yeah. Something like that. But yeah, they eventually get to number 1 and everyone cares and wants to interview them and stuff. And
Bigger Than Jesus.
So this is okay. The artist that I've been hyping this up all episode.
I'm excited.
But no, the artist that I think that most closely represents this story and the Kinks in general is Charlie XCX. Charlie XCX had a few like, big hits in her early career, like I don't care, I love it. That's Charlie XCX. So she had a few hits that crossed over into America, were part of the mainstream for a second, and then had many years that she was still very popular in the UK, but like wasn't achieving the same mainstream, like, prominence that she had. And then it wasn't until she made this album, 363 Brat. Brat is her Lola, basically. It's like her
propelled her.
Well, and the album itself is about her woes in the music industry. Brat is about that same type of stuff. And so I think that like, especially if you're following Charlie XCX right now, she's kind of in her post Lola period where it's like she like came in really hot and strong with like cultural phenomenon that is going to be hard to top, which I imagine the Kinks felt like after Lola became such a, phenomenon.
All right. So this summer, I'm going to have a Lola summer.
Dude, exactly. It's time for a Lola summer. I agree.
Or a kinky summer.
Yeah, or a kinky Lola summer.
A kinky Lola summer. You put that shit together.
But I was just realizing that though. It's like they're both also UK artists. I'm like, damn, they're going through like the same like career trajectory, kind of, So yeah, let me know in the comments if you agree with me at all. I know it's a bit of a stretch. It's not the same type of music, but it's like
comment.
They both like had to kind of reach a little bit of obscurity and like claw back their spotlight, and they'll always be defined by I think no matter what Charlie XCX makes in the future, she will probably always be defined by the Brat thing, because the Brat summer,
that's definitely one of the highlights of her career.
And not a bad thing to be remembered.
No, it was a real, I am on record
pretty solid.
like it was such a like, I don't mean to be anti-Taylor, but it like ended the reign of Taylor Swift pop, for good or for ill, whether you like that or not. It did change
it's okay. She's good with it too. That's why she's getting married.
Yeah, she's doing her own
like
thing.
15 years.
She'll just keep touring and making money till the end of the time, and that's great.
Yep.
Speaking of money, we got the song called Moneygoround. Here we go. We're gonna listen to this, and we're taking a quick break. Here's the Moneygoround.
I can't believe it's me. I can't believe that I'm so green. Eyes down, round and round. Let's all sip much money go round. Everyone take a little bit here and a little bit there. Do they all deserve money from a song that they never heard? They don't know the tune and they don't know the words, but they don't give a damn.
I'm gonna be honest. This is kind of what I wanted the Who to sound like. Like I like the Who. Don't get me wrong, but like
I won't.
Like there was like some of the stuff they did was like a little bit like too British for me or something. It was like so British and out there that I was like, yeah, I'm sure this makes sense if you're from.
It's like
Britain.
too much bangers and mash.
Too much bangers and mash, but like I feel like there's enough
such a gross
collard
meal.
greens in this,
that
their whole.
Just I'm good at the fish and chips,
Fritz,
but
Sorry-
we just
sorry,
not get
guys.
too crazy.
They
I know you're
boil
taking some-
everything.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So the Irish.
so
Yeah.
you can totally that's totally justifiable.
Yeah.
argument. I mean, there's things that are a little too American too sometimes, but like that's,
For sure.
that's
Yeah.
let's give and take.
But yeah, I think most people around the world can agree that it's one of the worst,
Well, I'll
most
tell you
bland
what-
cuisines around.
What I like about this tune though is that
Could use some ranch.
that that kind of organ that he's playing.
Yeah.
It's very saloony.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah, I like when they are talking about some of those themes and like they're talking about the like I don't know, the business aspect of it, the circus of it all. Like it always they go into that kind of
brings it right
mode.
back to the music industry.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's another point to remember later. They're good at making the music sound like what they're talking about, thematically, which is always good for concept albums. I always appreciate that.
Very British.
Very British. But yeah, and I love the idea of this song. It's just like, because there are so many people down the chain that get like just a little piece, until like it gets to you and you're like, oh, you still actually owe the label. You're not getting any money yet.
Yeah, you get that big giant sum and you just kind of spin around and
yeah,
you're gonna help anybody you can. Anybody that's helped you.
You're being paid in exposure,
and then you run out of money and they're just like,
well, you better make another album, but that'll cost you, but we'll give you money too.
You better make another album. There better be another single on that album.
We want a Moneygoround Part 2 now.
Part 2, and it's never gonna happen. Maybe there's some meta commentary there. The fact they never made a second one,
Well, maybe
like the Moneygoround stopped.
It wasn't good for the Contenders.
Yeah.
Times are tight.
Times were
Everybody
tight.
ate the money until it was gone.
The industry
Ate 'em up.
spit them out. I will say though, while we are on the topic, there was actually a plan for a second one that was supposed to come out right after. That was going to be them like falling prey and becoming like the very evil men that they wanted to fight, So it was going to go in that kind of direction, but they ended up doing other stuff. All right, we're going to take a quick break, guys, and when we come back, we got 6 more tracks, I think, and so don't go away.
Back to Part 1. Part 2 of Part 1.
Welcome back. This is Part 2 of Part 1, as
Yeah.
Dave was just saying. And we are going to be finishing up Lola versus Powerman and the Moneygoround Part 1. And this track, we just heard the Moneygoround, and now we are going to hear This Time Tomorrow. A very sweet song about, I think, having difficulty on tour, maybe? Yeah. Again, those transitions they do are so good. That was the beginning of that bridge there. I don't know where I'm going. I don't want to see. Yeah, man. This one is a track that also, could really, fit outside of the concept, it's kind of a general song like, this time tomorrow, where will I be? What's going to happen in my future? What does my future hold? Just kind of dwelling on that whole idea.
Live for today, man.
Live for today. Die tomorrow.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. It's just a sweet track. There again, like I wouldn't say that this is like a single from the band within the album. I think this is just kind of one of those like there's that Beach Boys song that's got a similar theme.
I was gonna say they almost sound like the Birds a little bit sometimes.
Oh yeah,
just a very singular, like vocal harmony that it's different parts, but it's really all just one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like they all come like they said in the first track. They apart they're maybe not as great. When they come together, they really know how to make a tune.
It's when you come together. It's when we're together that we're great.
Yep.
Caught the
Exactly.
Country Bears.
Oh, and then there's a line earlier in Strangers where he's like, and even us two, we are one or whatever. We are not two, we are one. Yeah, similar.
You know, and it takes because I imagine because they always did everything as a band.
Mm-hmm.
You know, usually. So I always imagine that takes greater effort on ego to always recognize your bandmates no matter what.
Yeah, check
because you see that a lot,
and they didn't always
in music where people just say "fuck you," and go their own way.
Or one member just gets a crazy mindset and.
Well, I was like, they're definitely not immune from that. They had some differences with, I think, their former bass player, and I think Ray and Dave Davies fought, but as brothers, kind of, you know, so it's a little different.
Brothers got to fight.
It's just like what is that? Oasis.
Yes, the other rock brothers.
It's just those chaotic as fuck.
Those guys, dude.
Man, it's pure love.
Every time I see another interview from them, I'm like, how did
They're just an angrier version of the Kinks.
How did they get this far? Oh man. But yeah, it's a beautiful track though. I love it. I love it. Just the range of singing this Ray Davies has, you know. And then we
you
get
see that all the time in this album too.
Yeah, he's got
a real range,
man. Yeah. This next track we got for you is Long Way From Home.
But you're still a long way from home. You've come a long way, you're self-assured and dressed in funny clothes, but you don't know me.
Oh.
So I did have an observation about the adding the piano player in this band. The this piano player is like the rug in The Big Lebowski.
Yeah,
it holds
tied it together.
It ties the band together. You know, yeah.
I feel like there are some bands that there's a member that is the rug of the band.
Yeah, yeah. Like, and sometimes they don't. It's someone like later in the career.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it just shows up, and all of a sudden you got this rejuvenation. You know?
Or it doesn't show up because they don't like make it present. They just in the background they just make it all kind of all work.
Yeah, or they eventually come forward as a bigger songwriter.
Well, actually, with that one, you can even say that's Styx.
Well, and
because like
Pink Floyd.
Yeah,
one of the most famous.
And even to the credit of like sometimes you get crazy more success with somebody else. Like that's what happened with Temptations. They lost David Ruffin because he kind of got he thought he could do his own single stuff, you know.
Yeah.
And so they brought in another guy, and that guy just propelled him to even more fame.
Mm-hmm.
Or you lose a member and you get someone else step in, like a little AC/DC action happening.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Like two very distinct but beloved eras. Yeah. Like there's a lot of bands that keep trucking, you know.
It's just about adapting to the world around you.
But yeah, this track though is kind of about like, you know, dwelling on how maybe fame has changed you or something. I personally think of it as like a guy from their hometown kind of being like, hey, how have you been? What's life been like?
What's shaking?
You know, like how have things changed?
What's new with you?
Had a hit single.
How's Hollywood?
Yeah, how's Hollywood? How's America? You guys
how
finally
you doing,
got back
Mr.
to
Hollywood?
Exactly. Yeah, it's like the old guy at the corner store.
You got money
hey,
now?
What's going on? You got money?
You gonna buy me a drink? Huh?
That's how they talk in Soho, England. But yeah, I love the
boy.
Getting overdue library
book. Drink, huh?
Oi.
You Mr. Famous boy, huh?
Just punches him. But yeah, now you think you're wiser because you're older. You think that money buys everything, and you think that you need no one to guide you, but you're still a long way from home.
We took the long way home.
Yeah, because the way I read that is like he is at home, like he's visiting home, but like because he's changed, he's still a long way from home.
Because it just doesn't feel right. You're looking
Goes
through a
all
different
the way
set of
from
lenses at this point now.
Exactly. Kind of like what the whole first album we covered was about, for the most part. The Village Green
Preservation
Society.
Pretty much what that whole album was about. So yeah, they're treading back into some of their previous ideas.
This town looks different through the windshield of my Rolls Royce.
Yeah. And then we get to this track called Rats. And I think it's like a sister song to Have a Cigar, in my opinion. So it's about the same type of people, you know.
Those rats breeding angriness and spite.
Yeah, right. But this one kind of sounds almost like a prog song. It feels like it's very again, Kinks very forward thinking, ahead of their time. It's got that real what's the band from Canada? Rush. Yeah. The Rush effect. Rushy kind of vocals a little bit, you know. But yeah, these rats, dude. They're the problem.
I mean, they were listening to him, you know, like they were even talking like how like the barriers between like Europe and like this land are less in Canada than they are in the United States, you know.
Oh yes,
like this continent.
Indeed,
I should say.
Yeah.
America's always been very protective of its own self.
Letting
British invasions type things.
happen, even in framing it as a British invasion, is showing a bit of a United States bias. Yeah. But yeah, it's getting into like the kind of we got to the Moneygoround, which is like, you know, everyone nickeling and diming your success, and then we got like the rats, the people that are just like kind of, I think the same kinds of people they were talking about in those songs, but like. It's just being more like pointed.
They're there to leech off your success.
Yeah. No time to catch your breath. Crazy people lost in their heads. Masses trampling on my feet.
They need you to keep going so they can keep going.
Sucking like a leech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Leech. Blah, 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 blah. It's a leech.
Fuck the leech.
Fucking leech. I'll actually fill out those lyrics.
They're leeching
later.
on us.
But
that's what they want from us.
Favorite line in this track though. Once he was warm and kind, now all he's got is a pinstripe mind. You know, that kind of evoking that kind of either corporate or like gangster kind of mentality and kind of putting them together.
He used to be a nice guy.
Used to be a nice boy.
He sometimes will buy around.
I mean, that's kind of what the second album was going to be about, is kind of that transition from like being a nice, kind boy into this pinstriped person.
The Arthur.
Yeah, so this is probably the closest you get to
the Arthur.
Part 2 on this track. Oh yeah, but we're not done here. We got a Ape Man, and this one,
the next banger.
This is the next single from the band within the album. Ape Man.
It could have been a Contender.
So I'm no better than the animals sitting in the cages in the zoo, man. 'Cause compared to the flowers and the birds and the trees, I am an ape man. I think I'm so educated and I'm so civilized, 'cause I'm a strict vegetarian. But with the overpopulation and inflation and starvation and the crazy politicians.
Dude,
love the way he says that.
I love the organization of the fact that these are the two singles.
Yeah,
from the band. They sound so
they're
similar.
the only two songs. Yeah, that have he's singing in a specific way in both of the songs.
The music, the instrumentation,
and the instrumentation is different too. Yeah. It's like more.
And it's very different from the rest of the album.
More folksy a little bit.
Ape Man, Ape Man.
What's that from?
This song.
Oh, okay.
Aha.
Hey, man. I am an ape man. Yeah, it's
it really instrumentationally, it's really the same thing.
yeah, and I've always thought that Lola had kind of like jungly feel to me. That's probably because I heard the Yoda one first, honestly, and it's a lot about being in Dagobah. I probably merged the two in my brain. But yeah, I love the good Homo sapien and then politician. You know, it's you know, I love they're having fun. They're having fun. I like hearing these guys have fun.
Man, I hope there's more Contenders songs in the future at some point.
What's up?
So man, I hope there's more songs by the Contenders at some point.
Dude, right?
That's
okay.
Oh, right. A few bangers.
That was my other note. Okay. That's the other thing. In the real world, the only two singles, or the two singles, first two, I'm sure they might have had another single. I don't know. But the first two singles were
I think
Lola and Ape Man.
Those are listed on Wikipedia.
Yeah. Those are the singles. Yeah. So like with like to the outside world, if you didn't listen to the album, you would think the whole album sounds like that. And
it doesn't matter.
And it doesn't matter.
Because they're both really good singles in general.
They win in both respects.
It's so meta.
Yeah.
The whole situation is...
This is one of the most, definitely one of the most meta and well executed of these types of albums, I think. Like, seriously. I like, because another one, you know, was
they're really both quality singles, too, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, fucking, I love just the, oh shit, dude, this could be a good one for the playlist.
So maybe it was planned.
Music League.
Maybe it was planned that those were like the singles, and then the rest of it's just going to be like a pointless album about a band.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
maybe that's the concept.
That would be cool. Actually, I didn't even think about that. But yeah, getting an entire album by this fake band.
You get 2 tracks that sound real similar and real cool, and then the rest of it's just about a band that,
I wonder if they have
released
any, like,
the singles.
I wonder if they have any like one-off tracks that like
It's
reference back to this album or something. You know, I'll have to do some research. We'll let you know on the podcast if they ever return to these themes, because I honestly do want a part 2 after all this. You know, but yeah, Ape Man is a fun track. And the next track we got is Powerman, the opponent of Lola.
Ape Man versus Powerman.
You know, this is a very American influenced song. Even from the way he's singing, he's not trying to sound British.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
He's very power. Very it sounds
neutral
like,
accent.
It sounds like American, a hippie power ballad song. From America.
Yeah. Which is like a really good coming after, on the tail of Ape Man. You know, it really, is a strong one.
Take the power up a notch.
Take it up a notch. And I think that the powers that be that he's talking to in this song in particular, I think he's talking about like the powers that are further up than the music industry powers that be. Like he's talking about more, I think, politicians and I think he's talking about those kinds of
political power.
Yeah. And like how the music industry is an extended part of that. You know what I mean? It's connected to that. Empirical stuff.
Well, it's just what's crazy is that it's really an extension of empirical power in the sense that like it's something that money can be used for to entertain the masses.
Yeah, it's essential.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
the popcorn and or the what was it?
It literally, like, our music industry and our entertainment industry are both extensions of so much money that could be used for technical other purposes. But we all love it because we love the music.
Well, I mean, honestly, like not a lot. I mean, not a whole lot
There's
of money.
a lot of money
is,
that's generated from music.
well, generated from music. I mean, I was
Right.
just saying, not a lot of money is
Sorry.
like spent from the government on.
No.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like that's part of our capitalist
Yeah,
environment.
yeah.
Is
They
that
like
a
they
lot
want
of money
to find.
can be spent.
Yeah, but like from this band is saying like they want to find like a young upstarting band that can make a single
Mhm.
and then take advantage of them as early as they can,
Predatory.
so that they can
Correct.
take advantage. And here he says, and he's got my money, but I've got my faith in Powerman. Powerman, I'll never be your slave. So what's really cool is this is an album that's got a kind of happy ending. It wouldn't have had a happy ending if they did a part 2, but in the end they get away from the Powerman and they do their own thing. And I love that it ends with this got to be free. Oh, you hold on.
Oh, we're good.
We are right and they are wrong. Yeah, we gotta get out of this world somehow. We gotta be free. We gotta be free now.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
Gotta be free, guys.
But yeah, it's such a good message, like regardless of what what you could succeed at and
Don't let the industry just control you.
Yeah,
You gotta be free.
Don't be ground down by it.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
Don't
Exactly.
do that either.
Just stick to the rivers and lakes that you're used to.
That you understand.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that let's see, the beginning part I want to say is a little more like acoustic-y. I forget what it sounds like. But it kind of, from what I remember, mirrors the beginning of the album a little bit. He's kind of coming back to his roots and being like, hey, I went through all the rigmarole and I'm back and I want to be free.
Getting out the other end.
Yeah, I'm gonna
release what I'm gonna release from my soul.
Yeah. And then eventually, decades later, indie music became a viable thing. Finally. But it took many, many years in the advent of the internet.
It took
sacrifices. And MySpace.
It took sacrifices. And sacrifices.
Like Oasis picked up the stick and took off.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yep. Exactly. And let's see. And I want to play what I want. Well, I've got to be proud and stand up straight and let people see I ain't nobody's slave. Well, I've got to be free before it's too late. I just got to be free. So
break them chains.
Break them chains.
Break them chains.
So yeah, I love that it ends on a very positive note. Like a lot of these albums of rise and fall or whatever. There's usually a pretty harsh fall, and I'm glad that this one is it's very concise. Like it tells a story and it it makes you feel for the band. You don't know any of the individuals of the band or anything, but the story. You've heard the story over
They're better
and over
together.
again.
It's the story of the Oneaters.
The story of the Oneaters. Exactly. If you think about
Jimmy.
Yeah, if you think about if you just plug in that thing you do into this whole album, it really would, really clicks. Classic story.
Solid bass player.
TB bass.
TB
player.
But oh yeah, that's right. 1 second.
Wolfman, too scary.
Right,
Go
we gotta
ahead.
rank this.
We gotta rank
Tear it up. Tear it up. Tear it up. Tear it up. I mean, that was pretty good. We should put that at the top of the list.
Yeah, that's actually we should I should make an album cover for it. So we can add it.
We gotta do a whole album of stuff then, guys.
Yeah.
That's
hold
easy.
on, let me,
Look at all these bands have done it.
Yeah, let me go and make sure y'all can see the tier list. All right, guys, you know what it is.
All right, where did we put the other two?
So
Do you remember that?
Just to
Last time
reiterate
on the album concept.
last time. So we had on the top of 3, we got like right next to Chapel Roan, we got the first one we covered, which was the Village Green. Society, etc. They have such long, all 3 of these albums, so long, the titles.
Lola versus Powerman 5000.
Yeah. Powerman 5000, 9000, yeah.
And the money's for nothing and the tricks for free.
So you left early for this one, but we ended up putting it as 4.9 for the rise and fall of the British Empire. Just because it thematically is very similar to the final cut.
We're between 2 and 4.
So
what I'm hearing.
For this one,
I'd give it a 3.5.
I am a solid 5 myself. I am 100% on the 5 train for Lola.
Oh wait, like 5. Okay, we're 5 on the right up end.
Right. For Lola, I am feeling a full on 5. I think it is a solid concept. It sounds like the things they're talking about.
Yeah.
I think they did it. I think, especially if we're talking about the ones we've covered before, I think it does.
Let's give it a low 5.
Do you want to stick it next to Daft Punk since it kind of remind you of that?
Oh,
anyway?
Yeah.
We could do that.
But do you guys agree though? Do you think it's a better concept album than the previous 2?
Yes.
Because personally, that's part of my reasoning.
I have been sucked in by what we were talking about with the fact that the 2 tracks within that were never meant to be but were, and then they released them and they were, and it's just it's very meta, and I'm and then the rest of it does make sense. I'm always down for that. So,
right between Deltron and Daft Punk.
Yeah.
One more 5.
One more 5.
Yeah, because like especially it's like they deserve to be up here with like Tommy and with like Floyd. I feel like they have put in the fucking work for these concept albums, and they have plenty more concept albums. So these are, I think, the Kinks have definitely become one of my favorite concept bands in general from just this little three-part series, and I'm excited to go forward and listen to the rest, because like the critics are harsh about the later albums from what I've only just read, but he's such a good. They're such good songwriters.
Yourself, motherfucker.
Yeah, like I can't imagine
right.
it's all bad or anything. There's got to be some gems. So anyway, and plus, of course, looking forward, they did have like kind of a mini revival in the 80s when people kind of rediscovered them, and like they had a little chance in the spotlight again. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the Kinks trilogy for now. We might revisit them at some point. If you guys have a specific
we had a beautiful time. And
if you guys have a specific Kinks song album, like besides these concept albums, that you think stands up to the other ones, let us know, because like I'm very curious what people think, and I know that you Kinks fans out there are very, very passionate fans and are usually willing to share with me.
We love that. Give it to us, guys.
Give it to us straight.
Give it to us straight. Tell us what's up.
Tell us what's up.
What you liked, what you disliked.
Yeah.
Give us all your Kinks.
Seriously.
Give us your Kinks. Yeah. Comment all of your Kinks in the YouTube comments. But thank you guys for joining us this time in the Album Concept Hour. Please go to patreon.com/flyoverstatepark. You can join for free.
Seriously, just anything, man.
Yeah, you can just join and watch it for free.
We love all you guys.
We appreciate you guys.
We appreciate all of you.
And we'll see you guys next time on the Album Concept Hour.
The Album Concept Hour is Brad LeBaron, Dave Gallagher, and John Aker. Special thanks to King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard for the theme music. Join the discussion on our Discord. Or for everything else, go to linktree/FlyoverStatePark. See you on Side B. This is Flyover State Park. You are clear to land.